Hi guys, couple of questions with your volume of pyramids assignment. The first one is with number 1. So your volume is going to be equal to 1/3 of big B times H, where big B is going to be the area of your base. Well, in this case, my base is this right triangle. So he looks like, if I take him out, he looks like this. There's my right triangle. This guy is 8, this is 6, and this is 10. So it's actually a triple. Pythagorean triple here. I want to find the area of that guy. So the area, which is going to be my big B, that's going to be equal to 1/2 the base, and it's just the two that come to give you the right angle. So it's going to be 1/2 of 6 times 8. Base times height divided by 2. So 6 times 8 is 48 divided by 2. I get my big B to be 24. So I'm going to get 1/3 of 24 times the height, and the height of my pyramid is this guy, which is 12. So I'm going to get 1/3 times 24 times 12, which means my volume is equal to 96. Number 6. This is dealing with a square pyramid. So remember I said in the notes that it's good if you draw out your two triangles. So you know that it makes two triangles. And if you're not sure where those two triangles were, like one of them could be right here. It's the blade. So it's this blade here going straight through your triangle. That's one of them. Where the hypotenuse is your slant height. This guy is half of your base edge. And this guy back here is your height of your triangle. So that's one of your triangles. Another triangle is going to be using that same slant height. But now if I come out here, so my right angle is right here, going straight down. Probably can't really see that very well. So coming straight down here, this is my right angle. And this lateral edge is now my hypotenuse. So my lateral edge is the hypotenuse. This back side here is going to be my slant height, and then this right here is still going to be half of my base edge. All right, so now that I have that, let's fill in the information that I know. I know that my lateral edge is going to be 7.3. So if I redraw these two triangles out, my lateral edge is 7.3, and I know that half of my base edge, so half of 4 is going to be 2 and 2. So that's what I know. I need to figure out what my height is. Before I can do that, I got to figure out my slant height. So using Pythagorean theorem over here, I'm going to get 2 squared plus my slant height squared is equal to 7.3 squared. And once I solve this, I get that my slant height is equal to 7. So 7 is going to go here, but again, my slant height is the same. This leg, it's going to be the same as the hypotenuse on this guy. So this guy's going to be 7. And now here, I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem all to figure out what my height is. So I'm going to have 2 squared plus my height squared is equal to 7 squared. And once I solve this, I'm going to get h to be 6.7. So my volume is equal to 1/3 big B H. So 1/3 big B, area of your base. So 4 times 4 is 16 times my height. And the height I just found to be 6.7. So when I multiply all of that together, I get my volume to be 35.7. Number 8. Number 8. Volume is equal to 1/3 big BH. So 1/3, let's figure out what my big B is. And I know my H is going to be the height of my pyramid, which is 10. So I just need to figure out big B. Okay, well I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6-sided figure, which is a hexagon. They're telling me that my side lengths here have a length of 6, and going from the central angle out to the sides, they're telling me going straight down that it has a length of 5.2. So the area of just one triangle here, I'm going to do 1/2 the base, which is 6, times the height, and that's going to be 5.2. Once I solve this, I'm going to get 15.6. Well, all of this I'm going to multiply by 6 because I have 6 triangles here that are all exactly the same. So multiplying that guy by 6. So I'm going to get my big B to be 6 times 15.6. So 6 times 15.6 is my big B, times that by 10, and then divide it by 3. Once all of this goes into the calculator, I get a volume of 312. And the last one is number 10. Number 10, again, this is a square pyramid, so I'm going to draw out my 2 triangles again. And I'm going to have this guy be my slant height, half my base edge. This guy over here, I'm going to have my lateral edge, my slant height, and then again, half my base edge. So let's replace the information that I know of. So if my base edge is 6, that means half my base edge is going to be 3. And they're telling me my lateral edge is going to be 5.8. So let's figure out what my slant height is. Using Pythagorean theorem, I'm going to get 3 squared plus my slant height squared is equal to 5.8 squared. And once I solve this, I get my slant height to be 5. So 5 here, which means 5 here as well. And I can tell if this is a right triangle, I have 3 and 5 is my hypotenuse, and I can just use my Pythagorean triples to know this guy here is 4. If I didn't know that, then I would have to use Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus height squared equals 5 squared, and you would still get your height to be 4. Okay, my volume is equal to 1/3 big BH, so I'm going to get 1/3 big B, area of the base is 6 times 6, which is 36, times the height, and that's going to be 4. So I'm going to multiply 36 times 4 divided by 3, and I get 48. Now, if you did keep this in your calculator and you didn't round, it was like 4 something. Over here, it was like 5 something, 5 something. And if you did this all into your calculator and you never rounded, I also accepted that same answer, which would have been 47.5. So this is if you didn't round. If you didn't round, and this one is if you did round. I accepted both answers. Just know on your assessments, I'll accept them both like that too, unless I tell you otherwise.